Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm sitting upright.
Yeah,
What
it's,
what do we say now? I'm out of bed and not crying.
that's always a plus.
Although I think I'm gonna get in bed after we're done with this.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't feel great. You said you don't feel great either, do
I
you?
don't either. I don't know. I just feel off. I don't know really what.
It could be our friend perimenopause.
Could be.
Pretty sure she's knocking down my door, or
Yeah.
I'm getting sick, or both.
You
Time
never.
will tell.
Yeah, it's just a
When I
bit.
wake up in the morning, I'll be sick or have my period. There we go.
Yeah.
You're welcome, listeners.
You know what you
Signed up for.
got to do with us. Okay, today is Sunday, March 9th. If you're listening, it is on or after Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. This is season 7, episode 10.
Double digits.
Double digit.
Yeah. And you're listening to Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts with the Garden Tart.
Thank you. So I heard a phrase. I saw you posted something similar on Instagram, but I saw someone talk about, and I don't remember who it was or where, but they said, you're panicking at the wrong disco. I loved it, and I've got to just figure out how to use this in everything, everywhere.
I think the thing I reposted was like all panic and no disco, something like that.
Yeah, this is like you're barking at the wrong tree,
right?
You're barking at the wrong disco. I don't know who said it, but I love it. Another thing is I watched a whole lot of stand-up this week. I go through these phases, but John Mulaney, just man, he can make me laugh pretty hard.
Is this new one out now? Or is it coming out this week?
I think he has one coming out this week.
Okay.
But one of the things he said was, and it stuck with me, how did Marty and Doc ever become friends? Like, they're best friends. How did this old guy, this old hermit, failed nuclear physicist, end up becoming friends with this 16-year-old kid?
What's their origin story?
I don't know, but I would really like to know what their origin story is. Like, they don't even address it ever. No one ever talks about it.
Did you try looking it up?
No, I just thought it was funny and I wrote it down.
I'm going to try and look it up.
Do it.
There is a time when Marty goes back in time. That's my best Huey Lewis impersonation. And he sees Doc and he's like, you have to trust, I am. But I don't know how that was probably farther back in time than Marty had been alive.
Yeah.
Let's look real quick. Marty and Doc's origin story. So according to the AI overview on Google, it says, as hinted at in the movies, it suggests they became friends when a young Marty, intrigued by the stories of a crazy scientist, snuck into Doc's lab and was fascinated by his inventions.
Well, I need more information than that.
I guess it's hinted at. Here's some YouTube compilation stuff. Well, we'll look into this.
Okay.
Because you're right. I never questioned it.
Yeah. And then he also talked about why were there, when we were kids, was there wood paneling on cars and vans and stuff? Like, do you want these things to be made out of wood? I don't. I want them to be made out of steel and stuff like that. No.
That's a good, where did that trend come from? That's a good question. Because
I want my car to look like my
slab of wood on the side of it.
I don't know.
Metal on either side.
Fun. We had a station wagon with the brown.
Yeah, when I was little, my parents had a station wagon with wood paneling.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't look pretty and it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Why wood paneling? Why not wallpaper? They loved wallpaper back then.
Loved wallpaper. Yeah. Also, they actually loved wood paneling, like wood paneled walls.
Yeah. My parents still have a wood paneled wall.
This room down here was wood paneled when we moved in, but we've since.
Yeah.
Well, we had a flood, so we had to.
Yeah.
But it's good.
And so I got my mammogram this week.
Congratulations.
Everything's good, but I just wanted to remind our listeners, even though it's not Breast Cancer Awareness Month, every month is Breast Cancer Month.
Because I can't get into like May. I usually go in like December or January. I got my note from my doctor in November for the referral.
Yeah.
And I can't get into May. I mean, I'm on the wait list to get in sooner. But I want to throw this out here too. I don't think I told you and Gartar and Amanda this, but I should send you this information because a friend of mine, so I have dense breasts. I'm in the 40% of women who have this type of breast tissue. I mean, a lot of people I know are because it's 40% of us. There's a 10% or smaller group that have like extreme dense breasts that they actually should start recommending an MRI because you can't, even ultrasound, you can't see stuff. So my friend, and she heard it on a podcast, Brene Brown or Glennon Doyle, one of those ladies, saying that you need to advocate for an MRI if you were in this 10%. And she did. She just kept going to her doctor and she did. And they found something back on her chest wall.
Oh my God.
Like way deep on her chest wall. And they would have never, so they were able to get it out. Radiation. She's great. But so she's been preaching on social media to everyone. It's like, if you're at this level, you should get a mammogram. If you're at this level, you should get a mammogram and an ultrasound. If you're at this. And she was like, why did I have to find out about this through a podcast?
Right.
And I was like, because it's women. If women aren't talking to women, we'll never know. It will be generations before this kind of science and studies are out there. She's like, what's a podcast? I'm like, it's still women sharing their stories.
Yeah.
And women talk to women. Talk to about your health. Stay here. Talk about the private stuff. Talk about the scary stuff. Talk about the silly stuff. Because someone else needs to hear that for their own life. Anyway, there's my TED Talk for the night.
Good. Thank you for that.
Look up or gentlemen, if you have had a mammogram for some reason, if you've been advised to do that, it should say on your results, that letter you get, what level of density you have. If it says extreme or ultra or anything like that, call your doctor. Get an MRI.
I don't know what mine.
Did you get your results already?
Yeah.
It should say on there.
Oh, it says dense breast tissue 50% or greater. No. Oh, and then it says no. Never mind. No, I don't have that. I'm good.
Yeah. It would have like an adjective with the dense. Yeah. It would say like mine says 40%, which means I'm in that group of people.
Right. It said 50% or more, and then I saw at the end it said no. So
yeah. Okay, so you're good with that mammogram.
I really like my doctor right now, and I think that's so important. She's just, if I need a refill or something, I used to have to wait like at least a week, and she's just like the same as said. It's like Anyway, we decided to take on cover songs that U2 has done. Yeah, we picked 4 at random, just off the top of my head. Pink Black, Fortunate Son, Instant Karma, and Unchained Melody. At the end of this episode, I would like for you to suggest a song that U2 might do well at.
You would like me to? Okay.
Yeah, I have one, but you should have one too.
Oh, my watch just told me I have my upcoming period. Oh, in the next 9 days. I don't know. Shit's wacky. Perimenopause. She's a bitch.
Yeah.
I seem to remember you mentioning this before, and I wish I'd remembered that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned it then.
It'll be fine.
I actually did a little teeny bit, not much, of research. But anyway, would you like to start?
I feel like Maybe you should start since you have a little research and I should know, maybe I should edit some of mine.
Okay.
Sponsor with one of them and then I'll do one.
Okay, that's fine. So the first one I have chosen is Fortunate Son, which was originally written and recorded by Creedence Clearwater Revival in 1969. U2 released it as a B-side on Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses on November 23rd, 1992. I do not like this song, this cover. And keep in mind, though, that the words are like, I am not coming up with this on my own. Bono says they're the world's worst cover band. Like, no weddings, bar mitzvahs. They're not good as a cover band.
I would also like to say that we have never successfully covered a song. So they get an A for effort.
We do. All of these songs are in almost.
Right. But we got a lot of opinions about them, I think.
Yeah. And also, like, if you're new, we love U2 more than anything.
It's true.
We just are not the biggest ass kissers. That's not to say we're not ass kissers, but there are plenty of people that are bigger ass kissers than us.
Yeah.
So even though we're critical, we still love them more than anything in the world. And please don't be mad at us.
We are the irreverent garden tarts.
Irreverent. If you're a fan, please don't be mad at us. If you are the U2s or a U2, please forgive us, but maybe listen, maybe get some ideas from.
Maybe they agree.
Our constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bono's voice is very treated in this song, which is not something you hear often. I mean, there's obviously treatment, but this is like
purposely distorted
and like that. There's a lady singing, I don't know who that is. The problem with this is it's such an iconic song about the Vietnam War. But there's something about when U2 covers it, it feels like it loses its legacy. Like, I'm not feeling like jungle, you know. I mean, I know that's another song, but I'm not feeling that Fortunate Son vibe that you hear when CCR sings it. It's too polished. Like, that's the thing about this, especially with this song with CCR, is it, like, I feel like Bono and Edge are just a little too soft around the edges. Haha. This song's more like gravelly and dirty, and is
that what they were trying to get to with his voice?
Sounds like Britney Spears kind of treatment. It doesn't sound like trying to be gravelly.
Right. But it's almost like, I don't want to say glitchy.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's not treated to be perfect. It's treated to be like rough in a technical, like technology sense. I don't know.
No, like, if you listen to it, you listen to the guitar, and especially you listen to the vocals. They are, I mean, for sure, their music's folk music, but they're like a heavy rock band,
right?
I mean, that's dirty guitar, and you know, like, it's just not a U2 kind of song. But I think that also, again, to the legacy of this song, I think that TV, movies, and politicians are always trying to find the right place for this song.
Yeah.
There's like a Wrangler commercial. There's, was in Forrest Gump and many movies, many TV shows. Mm-hmm. And everyone in the world, like, I think that John Fogerty sued Donald Trump for using it.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure he called himself the Fortunate Son.
People are always trying to find the right place, and that place is not on the B side of Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses either.
You put in the words something that, like, an experience that I had. Like, the song trying to change its meaning.
Yeah.
So I listened to the YouTube version, and then I listened to the CCR version, and I was like, did YouTube change the lyrics?
I think you did, but I did not go that far into my research.
Then I went back to the YouTube version and just listened to, like, the first verse, and so I'm like, these are the same lyrics.
Are they?
And maybe there's other, but enough. And I'm just like, doesn't sound like he's singing the same topic.
Yeah.
My big thing for this review is not every song needs to be YouTube-fied.
No, it does not.
And this one definitely doesn't.
But that's what I have Unfortunate Son. Unfortunately.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice effort. And I mean, Bono and Edge really tried to figure out the song, but
Oh, for sure.
and it's adorable how much they tried, how hard they tried.
Yeah, it's not like they just tried to replicate it.
No.
They really tried to make their own version of it, and
So
I guess they liked it enough to release it somewhere. Okay, that's all for that one. My first one is Unchained Melody, which everyone knows as by the Righteous Brothers. I just learned, because I looked it up while you were talking. So Unchained Melody, it is from 1955, and it was written as a theme to the prison song Unchained, which is where Unchained Melody comes from, hence the song title. Todd Duncan sang the vocals. As far as I know, I've never heard it, but people are familiar with the Righteous Brothers, which came out in 1965, 20 years later. According to Wikipedia, according to the song's publishing administrator, there are over 1,500 recordings by 670 artists in multiple languages.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised at all. This is on YouTube, released this in 1988 on the All I Want Is You single.
Yes.
Your favorite. I love this single, the release, not just All I Want Is You, because it also has like Everlasting Love on it. And I think that combo of those three songs, I don't know. I also really like the Round on Hum B-sides.
Yeah.
But I think this is actually a really sweet version of this song.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
I think it's a great redo of it. It's not too far from the original, but definitely modernized. But I love it.
Yeah.
I like this one.
I mean, that was, I feel like with that song, it was the goal to do that's just flat out that song and not,
Right. Right.
tweak it or anything.
Right.
It's just gorgeous. It's haunting and love it.
I love it. And I do. There's this kind of, and I might stick my foot in my mouth if I actually went and looked up the songs, but this kind of sweet kind of softness around the B-sides for Rattle on Home.
Yeah. Well, those are some, fabulous B-sides.
Yeah. We should go through those sometime, like Room at the Heartbreak Hotel, and
We definitely should.
oh, so then it was also on the best of 1980 through 90 plus B-sides. It was also released on that. I like that.
Yeah. What's a beautiful song.
Yeah. It's a winner.
Oh, definitely.
Good job, you two.
Thumbs up.
Bravo.
Okay, so my next song is Instant Karma, which I believe to be absolutely their best cover ever. It was released on the charity album Instant Karma, the Amnesty International campaign to save Darfur, on June 12th, 2007. It was originally written by John Lennon in 1970. They have this one right. They've got the music, they've got the vibe. They add enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like reggae,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
love that. I mean, it's not, you know, a mirror image of Instant Karma, which we didn't need. Um, it's just so fun, so perfect. Bono's voice is the perfect deeps and highs, and
What year did that come out? Did you say?
7.
Oh, 07?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can definitely tell that Bono's voice is more mature
Yeah.
and that he's got more
Yeah.
control with it and
But
stuff.
it's not, you know, he's not trying to sound like John Lennon, but he's in the neighborhood. It's like it's a he's in the tribute neighborhood.
Right. Like he can't fuck this up.
Yeah.
This needs to be perfect.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously I love this song by John Lennon, and I just remember hearing the cover for the first time and thinking like, wow, they nailed this one.
Yeah. Well, then it's scary when they pick something so iconic like that.
It is scary. Like,
what's this going to sound like?
right. I mean, that's one of those things where you have to get it right or it's going to tank so hard, like Fortunate Son and maybe another song that we'll discuss later.
Yeah.
But this one, respect and all the good things. I love it.
Okay. Is it time for our fourth and final one?
Fourth and final.
Paint It Black, originally by the Rolling Stones, written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. They released it in 1966. U2 released it in 1992. Also on the Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses.
Yeah.
East Side. I have to say, I thought this was one of their worst covers until I heard Fortunate Son again.
See, I think that they're kind of tied for really awful.
I think Paint It Black sticks a little, just relative to Fortunate Son, sticks a little bit more with the original. While Fortunate Son is like, I don't know, they like took a different trail completely.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Paint It Black, they could still see the original or something.
Okay.
Because there wasn't any like real treatment like Bono's voice on Fortunate Son. But again, like, it's the Stones, man. And you were not the Stones.
Nope. This was another deep dive to come up.
I would be interested to hear them do it now. I think it would be great for the Stones and U2 to play it together. The Stones version.
Yeah.
Kind of like a la Green Day and U2. I think that they could actually work with that. Like Edge and Keith Richards and Bono and Mick Jagger. I mean, I give Fortunate Son like a D-. And again, 100% better than any song I've ever covered.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think I might give Paint It Black like a B+ or like a B. To me, there's that big of a difference.
Yeah, I just think it's horrible.
I find it tolerable.
Oh yeah, I think it disrespects the song. They didn't mean to do that. That wasn't their intention.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
And they're together on the same.
Yeah.
It's like, why you gotta do that to Wild Person?
I don't know, but I'm
trying to think of what some of the other Octon Baby B-sides are that were there other covers?
Satellite of Love.
Oh, that's sweet though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so have you thought about what song you would want them to cover?
No, I forgot.
It's okay, I'll give you mine.
Okay.
This is because I went to not last weekend, but the weekend before, I went to a bar that had karaoke.
Okay.
I thought it was so interesting, the songs that people picked. And for some reason, since that night, I cannot get the song out of my head. Like everywhere I go, and it's not like new, but everywhere I go, I hear Pink Pony Club. And I'm like,
yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Think that'd
be interesting.
That would be interesting. I don't think that's like, well, I also saw a video of Rick Astley covering it with just his guitar. and it was pretty good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like this is something that is not necessarily unattainable to you too.
Yeah.
So that's my number one. That's what I want them to cover. Not still, it still doesn't count for the romantic duets like Islands in the Stream.
No, it does not. I'm challenging myself to find Taylor Swift song that I think they should cover. I'm looking through some stuff. I kind of feel like I'm just thinking topic wise, like I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I feel like has a little showman to it. I don't know. I feel like Bono could get that emotion going. Because love sucks.
And it's great.
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 Um,
And it sucks.
so I'll have to keep thinking on that, but I think that would be my challenge.
I think Bono would be a great Pink Pony girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been in my head. I can't get it out of my head.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
What was the story I had to tell you? I don't remember. It was another musing I was going to share, but I don't know.
This is my last week of work at the gym.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks. 5 days from today.
Future endeavors.
Thank you. I'm ready to not wake up at 4 a.m. to go into work sometimes.
Yeah.
And not get home at 8 p.m. and still have to go back at 4 p.m. Yeah. Too old for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't got time for that.
Something I was going to talk about, and I wrote down everything too, and whatever.
Well, either you remember and you'll tell me, or it was a lie.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this was a pleasant little negative and positive episode.
Right.
Yeah.
What song would you, listener, like to hear you two cover?
Yeah, please let us
or destroy.
Yeah. But thank you for listening. Tune in next week. When Buster and Bono go ice skating.
Oh, next week. Next week on the Garden Tarts.
Garden Tarts. Next week.
Bono go ice skating.
Buster and Bono go ice skating. I've got a whole list.
Whole list. Just check them off one at a time.
What I'm doing. That was the least good one, by the way. That was the one I thought of. They get better and better and better.
I can't wait. Make sure you have your mammogram scheduled.
Yeah. Check
your results. Make sure that you are not dense breast tissue. Or if you are, ask what else your doctor can give you. You know what? I think this is from a leadership book she's reading. But a friend of mine, as I said goodbye and I was leaving, she said, protect your peace.
Oh,
I will. I will protect my peace.
Yeah.
It feels very important. That struck me.
Yeah. I was just going through Instagram videos. Let me get the words right because it's perfect.
While she's looking, y'all, I am working on putting together a little Etsy shop with some Garden Tarts merch. So it's coming. It's just taking me a while because there's got to take good pictures and stuff. And I just need a day to just really get it down. So stay tuned for some merch.
I can't find. Sorry. It's the end part of King George from Hamilton. It's so perfect for right now. And I don't know why, but it was just the end part that came up, and
it's showed up in my algorithm too.
Really? I love it. I mean, I love it anyway. I love every bit of Hamilton, but it just hit me like, can we come back? We'll crawl back, please.
Well, I was in the UK during their elections in June, and what would be our Democrats won, and I'm like, but can we stay? I'm completely aware of the irony. I was celebrating the election results of a country that we had to actively fight against to lead. So we could have our own election with results that we would like better.
Yes.
And now we're like, oh, maybe y'all weren't so bad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were, but now maybe you're not. Okay, y'all, find your joy. Protect your peace. Go get your boob squeezed.
Yeah. It's not that bad anymore. It used to be way worse, I thought.
I just feel like I just tell, like.
Yeah, you just got to deal. Okay, tune in next week when Buster and Bono survive a zombie apocalypse together. I've got them. I'm just going to keep using them.
What? Okay.
What
Bye.
other things could happen next week?
Never know.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with the Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, the Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.